What's going on, guys? Chris Balmaceda here with Relation RE at Real Broker, bringing you your market update here on this wonderful Monday morning here in the Phoenix area. We've actually got some cloud cover. It was nice and cool, not even over 100 degrees this morning when I took the kids to school. So hopefully you're enjoying this day. Fingers crossed we get a little bit of rain to actually enjoy cooler weather a little bit longer, but we'll take advantage of what we can get for today. That said, I want to dive into the numbers early this morning. I'm super excited to actually get this video out to you guys before noon. It's been nice having the kids in school because I'm able to get these things done early in the morning with them not being home, and then also with them getting up early to get them to school, I'm able to get a lot more done. So super excited to get this video to you guys today. We are obviously going to dive into the numbers to talk about where we're at in the market, what to expect moving forward as a consumer, whether you're a buyer or a seller, and how to plan your timing accordingly to either enter the market to buy or to get your home listed if you're looking to sell. That said, I do want to talk about a mistake I made last week with my numbers. We will dive into that at the very end of the video to talk about the mistake I made, how I made that mistake, and how it kind of affects numbers and things like that. But that said, let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's talk about new listings that hit the market this week. As you guys can see, last week we had 1,758 new listings hit the market. This is down 55 from last week, but if you do recall, for the first time in a very long time, we actually had an uptick in new listings last week. So that's super exciting. I think it was 180, I don't remember 100%, but as you can see in the overall, if you were to do the math, we're still in the positive in regards to new listings over the past 2 weeks. So what this basically means is the fact that you're not seeing a huge swing in the favor of sellers because there's low inventory, or a huge swing in the favor of buyers because there's too many listings hitting the market at one time. As I've been saying for the past few months, it's a very balanced market. I don't care what anybody's trying to talk about out there. I know historically speaking, if inventory is at a certain number, we call it a seller's market. But this data week over week is not supporting that information. I do feel that it is a very strong balanced market with buyers having a little bit of an advantage to be able to get a few things from sellers to get homes sold. But sellers still have some strength in this market as well because they're able to still get their home sold at a reasonable price and aren't having to gouge prices or anything like that to get their home sold. So that's a plus side for both sides of this process. That said, let's go ahead and dive into our homes that went under contract. You can see that we had 2,047 homes go under contract over the past week. This is down again. So we now are 2 weeks in a row we're seeing homes going under contract trend in the downward direction. It's only 37 homes. I think the previous week, I think it was 10. So we're 47 over the past 2 weeks. Again, nothing that's swinging that pendulum one way or another. It's just basically saying that buyers and consumers that are out there are saying homes are priced at a reasonable point that I'm willing to purchase this home. And sellers are saying, hey, I'm getting enough equity out of my home to be willing to sell my home. So again, we're looking balanced. We're not looking one way or the other as far as buyers have control or sellers have control. We're sitting pretty nice in the middle there where everybody's getting kind of what they're wanting to get and making things happen the way they need them to happen so they can, either sell and move or, move into a new home as a buyer. Now, let's talk about this last number here. As you can see, I do have that down, 6,349 single-family homes that are available here in the county as of this morning when I pulled these numbers. This is where I made the mistake. Last week, it was over 8,000. We had 1,800 uptick in regards to how many homes adjusted week over week, and I couldn't quite figure it out. I just kind of chalked it up to maybe some canceled listings that went back on the market, expired listings that went back on the market, temporary off-market homes that went on the market, under contracts homes that came back on the market. But it boiled down to human error and the fact that I made one little mistake when I was pulling this data that I forgot to click one box that only showed me single family detached homes in the county. So what you may not be aware as a consumer is the fact that the MLS is all that information is input by a human, by realtors such as myself. And if we miss checking a box or miss putting something in, that data does not get put in the MLS or does not get pulled from the MLS when we look for it. So simply put, the drastic uptick that we saw last week from the week prior was due to me just simply missing the box of single-family detached homes, which means we are now seeing all the homes available in the county. These are manufactured homes, condos, Gemini twin homes, loft-style homes, apartment homes, everything, townhomes, and not just single-family. So now that we've clicked the box correctly this week, we are seeing that we're only having an adjustment of maybe 200 over the past 2 weeks. And this is actually in a downtrend. I didn't put any information this week in that section just because I didn't want to skew the numbers from week over week. But I will tell you from the last time I did an update on this, I think it was around 6,500 that we were sitting. This week we're sitting at 6,349, so about 150 homes less this week than from 2 weeks ago. But again, nothing drastic, nothing major, nothing that I can sit here and say, oh my goodness, the market is shifting in this direction. I think the only thing that's really going to affect the market and make a massive change would be interest rates at this point. If interest rates do come down and we get down into that low sixes into the mid five section, we may see a huge uptick in buyers hitting the market and then inventory probably shifting, where we now can start saying, hey, we might be getting to a seller's market because we got more buyers out there than we do supply. This could incentivize sellers to then hit the market as well. But one of the big things that we've been having conversations about is most sellers right now in the market who would be prepped to sell, they're 3 to 4 years removed from when they purchased. So they're all sitting at 2.5-3% interest rates, maybe 3.5% interest rate. So do they really want to jump into this market, get a home that's more expensive with an interest rate that's going to be 2% higher than what they're currently at? And that's where we really start having this situation where even if rates come down, the supply may not be able to keep up with that. So something really to keep an eye on moving forward as we head into the last quarter is where are interest rates at and where we expect them to go. Because if they do start to dip, you're going to see a huge influx of buyers hitting the market and inventory not being able to keep up with that, which means we're now going to get into a situation where you're going to be competing to get into a home and you may have to go over list price, and we get back into that weird 2020, 21 situation. Hopefully not with that much of an uptick, but still, just be aware of that. It may be worth getting in the market with a little bit of higher interest rate where you don't have so much competition, and you're able to make it work and make it happen, and you get the price that you want. And then maybe down the road when rates do come back down, you refinance yourself out of it. I don't know, but that's something we can definitely discuss and talk about. If you're interested in getting in this market, reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, 623-693-5667. You can also email me at chrisbrealty@gmail.com. And if you're just looking to see what's out there, see what's going on, and you want to avoid third-party websites where you're going to have agents just reaching out to you and bothering you, feel free to head over to my website at househuntingarizona.com. You can register there. All the information comes directly to me. I may reach out one time to see how you're doing, but if you say, hey, I'm just looking, I won't be bothering or bugging you. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here today. Have a great rest of the week and enjoy this nice Monday here in Phoenix. Take care, guys.